لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمد رسول الله أشهد أن محمد رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله الذي خلق الموت والحياة ليبلوكم أيكم أحسن عملا وهو العزيز الغفور. الحمد لله الذي هدانا لهذا وما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هدانا الله. نشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأن محمدا عبده ورسوله. أما بعد. My dear brothers and sisters, I seek refuge in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala against the shaitan, the plain enemy of mankind, and in the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Praise be to Allah, the Creator who created death and life to test mankind. And praise be to Allah once more again, the one who guided us to this deen. Had it not been His guidance, you and I wouldn't have become Muslims. And I bear witness together with you, brothers and sisters, there is none worthy of worship except Allah, and Muhammad is His servant and messenger. Amma ba'd. Usikum bi taqwa Allah azza wa jalla. I advise you and me, brothers and sisters, to be conscious of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Why? Allah is the one who created this life as a test. And this test will continue even up to the grave until we meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala Yawm al-Qiyamah for the final judgment. May Allah grant us success in this life and in the hereafter. We praise Allah for making us Muslims, because this is the purpose of our very existence, being a servant of Allah and to worship Allah and to obey His commandments. That's why Allah created us. It does not need anything from us. We need from Him. We are dependent to Him. It's not a dependent. It does not need anything from us. Not even the worship and anything that we do can increase His might. We just want to know which one amongst us is grateful to him. So may Allah guide us and protect us. Today is make 1 week when our brothers and sisters in New Zealand lost their lives. But it's just a short khutbah, brothers and sisters, just to remind us that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has so many in stores for us. If we know what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the last testament, the Quran, and anything that he ordered us to do, we should do it immediately before time come to an end. And that's why he warned us. He said, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu. He said, oh, you who believe, La tulhikum amwalukum wa la awladukum an dhikrillah. These two things, let them don't keep you so busy, so occupied, your wives and your children, and forgetting about the remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَمَنْ يَفْعَلْ ذَلِكَ فَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْخَاسِرُونَ. Anyone who does so are the losers. So is a loser is not only the one who buy and sell and does not make profits and end up destroying his wealth. It's not that what we call loser. It's not the one who lost his property in this war. It's the one who lost his soul to meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, not gaining the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. May Allah make us gain his mercy. Amen. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said again, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, we say, O you who believe, innama amwalukum wa awladukum fitna. Your wealth and your children are also a test. And Allah also said, Inna min azwajikum wa awladikum aduwwan lakum. Your wives and your children are your enemies. Does Allah is striking terror into our heart to make us have something different in mind for our wives and children? No. Because we are, as the Prophet ﷺ said, Kulukum mas'ul, or Kulukum ra'i mas'ul an ra'iyati. We are all going to be responsible and also accounted for ourselves and our families. So if you married your wife and you love her and your children, please call them to the deen. Please warn them about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Please tell them to prepare that one day they will meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And do not marry only for marriage of convenience, only for the enjoyment of this dunya. Marry so that you can go with that wife to Jannah and your family. Who love to be lucky to enter Jannah and his beloved wife is in the hellfire? Who will be lucky to enter Jannah and his beloved son or daughter or children are in the hellfire? May Allah save us from the hellfire. Amen. That's why Allah SWT continues to say, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, who you who believe, qu anfusakum, warn yourself, wa ahlikum, and your family, nara, about the hellfire. This is a threat, and it's not a fake threat, it's a real threat. And may Allah save us from the hellfire. Amen. My brothers and sisters, when we call our brothers and our sisters, our beloved ones, to the success, that is, this is the everlasting success. And also, even if you don't die in the same way the brothers and sisters died in New Zealand, that does not mean you will not be a shaheed. Because the Prophet ﷺ, in another hadith, he talks about those who are shuhadas. And anyone who died of stomach reason is a shaheed. The one who died drowning is a shaheed. The one who died in fire is a shaheed. And you die and you're a believer and you follow the orders of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Even if you lie in bed and die, you'll be counted as a shaheed. So even if you don't want to pray for none of these positions, say, Allah, give me the position of the shuhada. Because these are people who will be living everlasting. They will be living their own life. After death, we think that they are dead, but on the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they are alive. They are now enjoying the provision of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So they make them 1 week, and that's why Allah is warning us. These people, they never prepared, and they never know that day will be the last day. And may Allah make our last days be the best days in the dunya before meeting.
Amen.
Brother, I'm jealous. When I mean not in a envious way, hatred way, I mean to be lucky. Allah to make you your end time, your last day, to be in this way, and you meet Allah so that Allah to forgive you before and you meet Him. And one of the luckiest and one of the best benefits or way a shaheed is gaining on the part of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when that blood comes out and drops on the floor, for the first, his sins are all forgiven. The blood of a shaheed, a matter. And these brothers, we are sitting like this in the masjid, waiting for salah. And some of them we are reading Quran. And some of them we are even making salah. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent the angel of death in the hand of this so-called racist and call himself whatever position or whatever feeling they have in their mind against the deen. It's all Allah knows. But if you think this thing has happened, and the comment of one of the politicians of New Zealand gave, instead of giving condolences like any other responsible leader, he said it's because they allowed the Muslim to migrate in New Zealand. But who is he in the first place? Does he belong there? His own great-great-great-grandparents migrated there. You check the history of New Zealand and check if this person that is saying this and the killer also belonged there. And check his root. So when people are full of hate and they don't check their background and where they come from, and they look at people and they hate them because of, they say, Allah is my Lord. Wallahi, this is a sign of evil augury. And this is, they are not the first people. These brothers and sisters that died on the cause of Allah, they are not the first people to be killed on the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Allah said it, إِنَّ الَّذِينَ قَالُوا رَبُّنَا اللَّهُ ثُمَّ اسْتَقَامُوا. And those who said, Allah is my Lord, and they be steadfast, and they stand in the deen, and they follow the commandments of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And when the time of death comes, Allah said, تَتَنَزَّلُ عَلَيْهِ الْمَلَائِكَةِ. During that time, we don't know, maybe they were communicating with the angels that came to visit them, and while the angel of death is waiting for the right moment, when the bullet is going to rip their path to take them out of this world and to the hereafter. And they will be telling them, "Ala takhafu wa la tahzanu." Do not be afraid and do not be sad. Nahnu awliyaukum fi hayati dunya. We are your pals, we are your friends, we are your companions in the life of this world, or fil akhirah, and the life of the hereafter that you are now transforming from this life to the other life. And Allah will be giving them provision, and they give them glad tidings. May Allah grant them Jannatul Firdaus A'la. Including us that are here and our parents. Don't you know that even when you believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the truthful are also shuhadas? That's why Allah said, compete, hasten for the and seek the remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, forgiveness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that's why Allah is calling us وَجَنَّةٌ أَرْضُهَا السَّمَوَاتُ الْأَرْضِ. He said the paradise I'm talking about, the vastness of it is like that of the heaven and the earth. And it's just a concoction of human imagination. It's more than what we can see. It's unending. It has no end. Because the earth, if you look the whole globe, the 6 continents, you have some kind of position where you end. But that of the Akhirah, the Jannah, is unending. You look far and wide. Imagine the least person that will enter Jannah, the least person that get the least reward. The size of this is the size of the 10 times size of the earth. This earth, 6 planets in it, 10 times the size of it for one person. So what about those who are in the higher positions? And yet still, we don't know why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala decided to give them this prize. And Allah has warned us about time. It's high time we prepare and get ready to meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That does not mean that always you be worrying about death, but coming to Salah, praying your 5-day prayer, making your zakat, making your saum, and performing your Hajj, this is a sign of preparation. And also giving this for the sake of Allah SWT is a sign of preparation. And do what Allah SWT commands you is a sign of preparation. And be obedient to the two parents is a sign of preparation. And know that death does not choose. It does not choose time or place or color or race or age. Whether young or old, it does not choose. Among the shuhadas, there are young children there. There are young people and old people as well. It is their own time. It has reached to the peak that they should live that day, the dunya, and they were lucky at the right place at the right time. What about those who died in the wrong place at the wrong time? And may Allah make us not to gain or have a death that is displeasing, that Allah displeased with us before He removes us here. Because some of them, it's like a criminal. When they are terrorizing, doing their crimes, and they'll be hunted by the government, the police, and the day when they were captured, you see, because they don't want to waste time with them. They take them to court instantly and sentence them to take them out of the public eye so that they will not cause their further destruction. And some people, their death is like that. And let us don't pray for those kind of death. We pray for the death when the time comes. Even if we lie down in the bed, may Allah be pleased with us.
Amen.
This life of this world, look. The cars are still parking there. They drove, they came to the masjid, hoping to come and pray and go back home. But those cars were never retrieved. They never returned to their cars. You see, when you and I chase this dunya, and we think that this dunya is a place where we'll live here forever, we are mistaken. Because Allah warned us, He said, He said, by the time, that time you're meeting, when Allah bless you this dunya, and give you good health, and wealth, and family, and you don't remember Him, always giving excuses. Allah said, wal asr, by the time, innal insana lafi khusr. Mankind are in a state loss. It's in a state loss, a great loss. But people who are exempted, those who are not the losers, illa alladhina amanu wa amilu solihat, except those who believe and they do good work. وَتَوَاسَوْا بِالْحَقِّ, they advise, urge, or enjoin one another to speak the truth. وَتَوَاسَوْا بِالصَّبْرِ, and say, be patient, brother, sisters, when you are in difficulty, advise one another. And Allah said, وَالَّذِينَ آمَنُوا بِاللَّهِ وَرُسُلِهِ, and those who believe in Allah and the messengers, أُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الصِّدِّقُونَ وَالشُّهَدَاءُ, they are the truthful and the shuhadas, عِنْدَ رَبِّهِمْ, on the path of their Lord. لَهُمْ أَجْرٌ وَنُورٌ, they have reward from Allah SWT and the lights. And this light Allah is talking about, there are some people, Yawm al-Qiyamah, when they be crossing the Sirat, they have no lights. And these are the hypocrites. When their light will just come on, and by the time they reach at the peak of the Sirat, and it goes off. And they will be begging those brothers and sisters who are lucky to cross or go over the bridge, and they will ask, Alam nakun ma'akum, were we not with us? Were you not with us? Please give us your light. So if you want a complete light, please believe in Allah SWT and do good. And be among the shuhadas. And may Allah raise us among the shuhadas.
Amen.
Abu Bakr or Umar or Siddiq and Ali, Umar, all these Uthman and all these people, Shuhada al-Badr, they will be raised up Yawm al-Qiyamah with these people. They are lucky. And Allah said it, وَالَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا وَكَذَّبُوا بِآيَاتِنَا أُولَٰئِكَ أَصْحَابُ الْجَحِيمِ. If you deny Allah SWT and turn away from His mercy, you will be among those people who will be in the hellfire. May Allah save us from the hellfire. That's why Allah said in this verse again, "I'lamu, know that annama al-hayatu dunya, the life of this world, la'ibun wa lahun." It's like, a fun, a joke. After a while, it finished. وَتَفَاخُرُ بَيْنَكُمْ, boasting one another. You see people, they will drive in the most posh car, expensive cars. This is my car, and this is my fleet of cars. And they forget that when the death comes, those cars will not follow you in the grave. That's why Allah is describing the life of this world. It's like boasting. Amongst ourselves, yes. وَتَكَاثُرُ فِي الْأَمْوَالِ وَالْأَوْلَادِ. Hoarding and in gathering a lot of money and children. كَمَثَلِ الْغَيْثِ عَجَبَ الْكُفَارِ. It's like this, the rain, when it amazes, the kuffar will be amazed when the rain comes down and Allah water the earth and it start produces a nice plantation. Nabatuhu thumma yahiju, and he sees very nice and good looking. Fatarahu musfaran, and after a while, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made that plantation sometimes cease to exist. Thumma yakunu hutama, and then it become like, you know, those broken straw, eaten up. Wa fil akhirah, and the hereafter, adabun shadid, they have a painful punishment. May Allah save us from that punishment. Amen. But Allah says, wa maghfiratun min Allah wa ridwana. He has His own forgiveness and His acceptance. Wa mal hayatu dunya illa mata'ul ghurur. The life of this world is nothing. It's just a deception. A deception, brothers. Look, they passed away on the path of Allah. If they have plans like you and I. They were dreaming of the next day, or the day to come, or weeks to come, or months to come, or years to come, what to do. But they never make it. Are they unlucky? No. Because the life of this world is just short. إِنَّهُمْ يَرَوْنَهُ بَعِيدًا. They see that the life of this world, I mean, the hereafter, and the Qiyamah they are talking about is far from happening. Allah said, وَنَرَاهُ قَرِيبًا. We see very short. So please, brothers and sisters, whatever mistake you're making, whatever weakness you are making towards pleasing your Rabb, it's high time for us to comport ourselves and be humble to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and obey His commandments and seek His forgiveness and ask Him to accept us and give us a good death. So I've said what I've said. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for myself, for forgiveness, and for you brothers and sisters, and including our parents, innahu wal ghafurur rahim. Alhamdulillah wa kafa wa salatu wa salam ala rasulillah nabiyina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Allah is sufficient for us to give praise and thanks. And may Allah join peace and blessings to our noble Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Just want to remind brothers and sisters that another mistake that we are doing during khutbah in the masjid is about using our phones, our tablets, and any devices that leads us to things things are just for this dunya, whether personal or something beneficial. It's not during the khutbah it should happen, or in the house of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's when you are less busy, you can go onto your tablet or whatever thing you want to do, alhamdulillah. But some of the mistakes some brothers are doing, and also sisters, like during the khutbah, sharing food in the masjid, and maybe sharing sweets and all other things, and talking. And the one, as the Prophet said, the one who comes to the masjid to pray Jummah, and while the khutbah is going on and speaks, he has spoken, and he has no Jummah. And even you that is sitting near to that person, do not tell him, do not say anything, don't say a word, or don't talk. If you say that, you too have spoken, you've talked. So both of you lose the reward of the Jummah. May Allah save us from that kind of loss. So please, when it's time for khutbah and listening to the khatib, let us patiently switch off our mobile phones or put them in a mode that will not even vibrate nor ring if you don't want to turn off for reasons best known to us. But we should not do things that will take a reward from us, that will lead us to success. So may Allah guide us and protect us. So just want to remind the brothers and sisters, we have some few announcements to make before I go. One of the founding members of this masjid, very active brother who used to be with us, Brother Saluddin, passed away on a short battle illness that he had for quite a few months ago, but Allah has called him to him. So may Allah forgive him. Amen. And grant him mercy. Amen. The janaza has not been made yet, but but inshallah by next Friday, his janaza will take place in this masjid. Inshallah. So you will reap the reward of escorting your brother, making janaza on your brother, and take him to the burial ground. And do you know the reward when you escort your brother and pray upon the brother and go to the janaza ground and put him under the inside the earth? And also, the reward is like that of the month of Uhud, Qirat. And when you say Qirat, like the whole mountain, you know, when they talk about whole mountain of gold, like Uhud, you compare to the riches of the whole world, you put it in together, it's nothing. Imagine the reward, I mean the wealth and the riches of this world. Even Rasulullah was referring to one of the Sahabi who passed away, Mu'adh. He said even just his handkerchief, just like, you know, the thing that you use like a handkerchief. He said the worth of it is more better than everything in this world. So remember, just imagine the way Allah SWT prepared the Akhirah. So also another brother, Brother Sharif, lost his son, eldest son, who also normally, he does most of the painting in this masjid and some work. May Allah forgive him and grant him Jannah. Amen. So, and also, a lot of things that happen, but we ask Allah, those who ask for dua, may Allah grant them their wishes, Amen. And may Allah accept us all. Amen. And those who ask for dua, including our brother, and also a brother and a teacher, a very experienced, I always have respect for him. I always call him Professor. He lost his sister in Sierra Leone this morning, if I don't mistake. So may Allah forgive her, Amen. And grant her his mercy. Amen. Because this brother is always with us, and his wife also is a student of us, taking lessons here, and very humble family. And this sister is very young, not even having a child. So may Allah forgive her, Amen. And grant her Jannah, Amen. And including all those who pass away, wherever they are, in their grave, may Allah put light in their grave. Amen. May Allah expand their grave. Amen. May Allah make the question of the graves become easier, Amen. And the grave become a compound from the compounds of Jannah. Subhana rabbika rabbil izza ma yasifun wa salamun ala al-mursalin walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.